Hey guys, what's up? I'm here to give you guys a recap on a new episode of Fruits Basket on season 2, which is on episode 19, or you can call it episode 44 in the overall total number of episodes. 25 episodes in the first season, well up to the 19th one of season 2. Add that together, you get about 44. So, anyways, this episode right here, it was pretty tense, I guess, in a certain way, and I guess I'm kind of all over the place here and there, but if anything else, let's just get this started. We have to it that the episode opens up. with Rin having to been waken up by Toru, who asked her to rest up, and I think she almost did something reckless after the opening, seeing Toru seeing how Rin was about to jump out the window, get out of here, but Hattori and Shigure tells her, calm down, will ya? And Toru's like, hey, wait, what are you doing? Rin, you're about to get yourself hurt or something, And we have to it that, that Shigure made a joke eventually after seeing Hattori off, but it looks like to me that wasn't really too funny, which I just find, okay, whatever. But it looks like to me Hattori and Shigure does talk to each other when Shigure is, walking him out or walking alongside him by saying, she's desperately trying to find a way how to break the Zodiac curse, which is what Rin's trying to do. And Hattori's like, yeah, that's kind of a crazy idea, don't you think? And Shigure's like, yeah, it is crazy. But at the same time, it might be understandable in a certain way, but I don't know. We have to that Yuki talks to, Rin for a little bit, and Rin tells, Yuki, I'll never forgive you if you contact Haru. You got it? And we have to it that, yeah, but let me tell you something. Haru still loves you, Rin. Don't forget that, okay? And we have to it that eventually, Rin does remember a small conversation with Haru that one time, and Haru does tell Rin, Toru's it's just a normal person, but she's very nice and kind, that kind of thing. Eventually, Toru's like, hey, I'll let you sleep in my room for now, okay? I'm gonna sleep in the living room downstairs. Let me know if you need anything, okay? And Rin's like, what the hell are you trying to do? Are you helping us out right now because you have an obligation to, etc., She even asked her, do you pity us because of our hideousness, blah, 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 kind of thing. It looks like to me Rin was trying to get Toru to stay out of this business because it's only going to possibly bring more misery or possibly get her hurt, or maybe she just doesn't want Toru to be involved at all, that kind of thing. But aside from that altogether, we have to it that eventually Toru does ask, are you trying to break the curse? Do you know how to break it? And Rin's telling her to shut it. What the hell do you even care about? You should just stop this and stay out of this. Don't you understand? And Toru's like, no way. I am going to meddle and be involved with this no matter what. She goes what the hell is wrong with you? She says, and Toru's like, I have things I cannot give up just as you do. And Rin's like, shut up. You don't know anything. And we have to it that, they argue with each other pretty badly where Rin tells her to shut up. There is no other way, okay? I looked everywhere kind of thing. The way how she acted, she says she doesn't know, Nobody knows it, and etc. We have to it that Rin is really not liking this about Toru being all nice and kind, because, it's something that she doesn't want to have to lean on or to yearn for and take advantage of kind of people like that, which a lot of people tend to do in a certain way, I guess. And we have to it that eventually, that's the reason why Rin would not allow Toru or Haru. She does not want Haru to get involved because of what she's trying to do. Eventually, Rin kind of broke down and she decides to ask Toru for letting her lean on her chest for a while, as she cries in grief because I don't know what to do. What the heck's going on? I don't know what I can do anymore, She even cries in Toru's chest as she hugs her really badly, because it looks like Rin was already at her limit because she's been finding many ways how to break the curse, but it's not really helping out a lot, that kind of thing. And Toru can only do is hold her real tight and says, it's scary to be by yourself, It's scary to be on your own, that kind of thing. She even says it out loud to her, etc. And we have to it that Kyo and Yuki, along with Shigure, just watches from afar, realizing what Rin really went through, that kind of thing. Eventually, we get to the almost like 10-minute mark where Haru does tell Yuki like he did visit Rin, but Rin was gonna throw an IV thing at him, that kind of thing. It was really freaking funny. Oh, I know, she tells him get the hell out kind of thing, and she was about to throw something at Haru, and then the doctor's like, you gotta go because you're a detriment to the patient's health kind of thing, etc., and everything else all together. We had to it that there's a funny scene where Yuki is being announced by the girl, which I don't remember her name, but all I know is she has this nasty side of personality kind of thing, which, like I said, I don't remember her name. She has this sarcastic attitude or behavior she does all the time, to make it look like she's cute, but in the end, she's not really cute at all, kind of thing. But we have to it eventually. She calls her Yunyu, says it out loud, we should meet in the freaking student council room. I'll be waiting for you in a certain way. I'm like, what the hell? Even all of Yuki's fangirls are like, oh, I'm gonna kill her kind of thing, kind of stuff, And we have to it that that Yuki will later on be called by one of the student council members, which is the vice president. I don't remember his name because, like I said, unless the character has a lot of showtime or screen time for me to remember the name, I don't know. They don't really have much of a role to play in the story, but they annoy the hell out of Yuki very, very much, etc. Funny stuff with the freaking scenes here and there. I'm like, oh my gosh, man, I'm just laughing so hard. Eventually, something about the cultural festival coming up, it might be fun. I don't know, but one thing for sure, we have to it that Kyo asked Toru when she ends up talking to everyone, did you go see Rin? How is she? She goes like, well, she's fine. She didn't. And Yuki's like, hey, did she throw an IV at you by any chance, I'm thinking in my mind, oh yeah, because, Haru did tell Yuki, Rin was about to hit Haru or throw Haru with an IV kind of thing, etc., But we had to that Toru ends up bringing out some Jello, and she ends up making Jello because Rin actually likes Jello kind of thing, and that's the reason why she made it. So maybe Rin could eat it, and maybe have Yuki, Kyo, and Shigure to go give it a try kind of thing. Anyways, Toru on the other hand realizes that Rin has been in a mental distress for a very long time, Eventually we have to it that we see Rin's hair being all tied up, which is really cute and nice, but we have to it that that Toru on the other hand talks to Rin for a bit, and she says, let me guess why you came to see me. Is it because of the curse or something? And she goes like, oh man, looks like I've really forgotten about it. How I'm such the worst thing kind of thing, etc., And we have to it that Rin and Toru talk to each other about the Zodiac curse, which apparently seems like it seems really bad for the time being. I mean, the way how they talk to each other about it, it went off like this way in a certain way, which is really hard for me to explain. I mean, we have to it that this curse that's been going on for a while, that Akito's existence is equivalent to that of a god, And Rin therefore Rin decides to tell Toru about about what this curse actually is. Long ago, hundreds of years ago, whatever the case may be, who knows how long, a promise was to be together for all eternity as a family, No matter how many times you are reborn, to be together, never to be separated, always to meet, to be together forever and ever. We're bound to that promise to this day, no matter what, Though we don't remember the promise, the blood of the Zodiac spirit does, It may appear to be a beautiful bond to an outsider, but it's nothing more but a chain if we feel burdened by it. Pretty much overall story when Rin talks to Toru about this curse, the reason why it's called a curse for the other Zodiac members is because you're chained by it, you're stuck with it forever, and the reason why and the way how this why it's called a curse in the first place is because you're chained by it, you're stuck with it forever and ever, that kind of thing. And the story behind it is like the animals made a promise to the equivalent of God, like to stick together for all eternity, together forever and ever, And it may look like a bond, but instead it's actually like a chain. If it's nothing but a chain that we feel burdened by it, that's why it's called a curse. I don't even know if Akito knows, and there's no reason to tell me even if Akito did know. And Rin tells Toru like, I thought someone close to Akito might know, so I tried figuring it out, but nobody knows. Even Shigure, he wouldn't even know, And we have to it that Toru's like, how about we ask Kureno? Maybe there's a chance to like maybe there might be something he might know or something, And we have to it that Rin's like, he's no good. He's nothing more than all he does is follow Akito's orders, nothing more, etc. And Toru tells her, hey, don't speak too badly about him. And she goes like, what? I'm just speaking the truth. The guy is like is not doing anything, etc. And he's nothing more than an obedient person to Akito, nothing more. And even though Toru says, I'll talk to Kureno-san, that kind of thing. And she was about to go do something reckless, but Rin stops her midway and she ends up falling on her face and says, please do not get worked up by yourself, okay? And we have to it that like Rin asks, will it break that, Why do you want to break the curse? Like, what is it to you that you have like what is it that's very precious to you that you want to break this curse? And Toru looks like she wants to say something, but it looks like to me like she can't really say it. And we have to Rin realizes that she can't really say it at all, and Toru can only stare at her in silence, etc. Because the moment she tries to say it, the image of Akito just showed up in her head right away. And we have to that Rin's like, well, you don't have to tell me if you don't want to, okay? Just don't go running off to see Kureno by yourself. That much I can tell you. And she goes like, oh yeah, okay. Well, like, if you're gonna tell me not to do things on my own, maybe you and I can help each other out. I think I say we should team up, become a duo. How about it? She goes like, I don't need an unreliable partner like you, okay? I'll do my best, so what's up with that? That kind of thing. And when it came to like the same question that haunted Toru by Rin, when she was sleeping, she goes like, what's most precious to you? Why do you want to break this curse? Like, what's up? And we have to it that Toru's like, before I would have answered right away, but there's something in it that I can't seem to speak, And we see to it that Toru ends up having a nightmare, that she's in her old apartment and her mother says, I'm gonna go off, And she says, no, Mom, you'll get into an accident kind of thing, And we have to it that she wakes up the moment like the door closes, the moment she starts leaving, etc. And she ends up, whoa, what just happened kind of thing, And we have to it that Rin makes a narration by saying you hide what lies beyond the door from all others, where you feel like you're silently edging towards a breaking point. And if that happens, you can't recover. As Rin remembers her time with her parents and how it became horrifying for her, I hope someone like him will come to her too, I mean, just like Haru was there for me, someone who would gently open the door, etc. And she ends up eating the jello like that, and she continues her narration, you can't help but yearn for someone like that kind of thing, And she says Toru's jelly is actually very tasty kind of thing. As for Toru, she opens the door, and it looks like to me she's in total distress, And even Toru's like, because someone who knows how scary it is to be alone can't help but love others, etc., And she ends up closing the door, and she ends up saying the words together, always, kind of thing, and the episode ends off there. And preview on next episode, it looks like to me there might be a little more intensity to come about, but that next episode title is called "Are You Okay?" So when it came to this episode, for Rin overall, without a lot of detail, it was just almost Rin and Toru's episode a bit, and then there were some comedic scenes with Yuki, Haru, and then something with Shigure, etc. Everything, all things considered. It looks like to me we get to know a little bit more about Toru, as I saw a comment about a discussion when they talk about Toru. I think she's just very nice and kind because she can't bear the fact of being alone. And they say Rin's more of a realistic person, etc., which I think I can understand why. And Toru, I guess she's really afraid to be alone, I guess, maybe after losing her mother and all that, and after losing her father at a young age. Must really suck. That must really suck really badly, that kind of thing. I don't know really what's really bound to happen next, at a certain point, but one thing for sure, it's just it's just really gone really crazy in this episode. Sorry for being a little off topic, etc. Forgive me on that. Rin and Toru finally talk with each other in this episode, which is really nice, and Rin having to lean on Toru because she's in mental distress and she doesn't know what's up. But it looks like to me she's still pushing Haru away because of other reasons. I don't know, but Haru's well, she almost threw an IV at me, that kind of thing. Very funny stuff, but okay, not really funny, but kind of hectic on her part. But when it comes to the curse, and it's called a curse by the others who are bounded by the Zodiac spirit, is because the Zodiac spirit made a promise that still to this day that we'll be together forever and ever for all eternity, because they made that promise and they don't remember it by memory, and even though they are reborn, they'll still be together, kind of thing. The way how it went about, all I can really say is that this kind of being together forever, no matter what, it looks like it really is a curse, because even though you are reborn, etc., you'll still be together, and there's no breaking it, which really sucks. So I can understand why it's called a curse now, and the reason behind why what's the story behind this curse. It was a promise made between all the Zodiac members, and yeah, just still kept to this day. And even though they don't remember the promise at all, the blood in them, or the spirit in them, does remember. So yeah, it looks like it's really tough, man. I mean, Akito's existed as equivalent to God or something, and everything else considered. I don't know. I mean, with all that's going on right now, it looks like to me it might be a tough time. So until then, people, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day. And hopefully next episode, we don't know what's going on, but we'll have to see. So until then, like I said, peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-toot-toot.